So hello YouTube, and welcome to my tutorial on how to set up the MyFitnessPal app if you're brand new to using this app. So I've just downloaded it onto my iPod, so I'm pretty much setting this up from scratch. So once you've downloaded this app from the App Store, you're going to go ahead and open that, and it'll say sign up or log in. So I'm going to sign up and just walk you through that process now. So you can actually sign up with your Facebook, and that's probably actually easier if you know your Facebook username and password. I can't sign up again with my Facebook, so I'm just going to make a dummy account for the purposes of showing you how this works. So it's going to ask you a few startup questions. What is your goal? So your goal might be you might be wanting to lose weight, you might be happy with the weight that you are and just wanting to learn to eat a bit better, so you might go maintain weight, or you might actually be looking to build muscles so you can be stronger and lift more, in which case FitnessPal, if you set your goal as gaining weight, will help you learn how to eat the right things to put on muscle. It's not about, if you click gain weight, it's not about how to actually put on fat, it's about how to put on muscle. So I'm going to go ahead though and set it up in weight loss mode. So here we go. Goal is to lose weight. How much would you like to lose? I recommend starting with just a small target, something that's achievable in not too great a deal of time. You can always change your goals and your targets later when you have knocked this first one off. So I'm just going to set it up to lose 5 kilos to start. All right, and I'll just go ahead and press that check button there. Yee. All right, and when you've done that, press the next arrow up the top to take you through to the next screen. Okay, this is really important. How active are you? So really be honest. Be honest with MyFitnessPal if you want it to work well for you. So obviously I'm a gym instructor. I'm teaching a few classes a week, and I like to do my own strength training and a bit of odd running in between that. So I'm working out about 6 days a week, which would make me active. All right, I am female, obviously, and birth date. It'll ask you mainly for your age, because this helps MyFitnessPal in calculating based on your age roughly how many calories a day you're going to burn. So I'll go ahead and put my birth date in there. Whoops. The most important thing then obviously is the year when you put that in, so it can know your age accurately. So 82, I'm born. There we go. Skip to the next screen. How tall am I? Again, your height and your weight are important for MyFitnessPal to be able to calculate how much you should be eating for you. So if you're not sure of your height and your weight, you might want to pause the video and go and check those things out right now, and then come on back. So I am 162 centimeters, 161.9 if you want to get technical. And at the moment, I am weighing in at 71 kilos. Oh my goodness. It's because I ate so many pastries in France. All right, here we go. Height and weight entered correctly. Skip. Weekly goal. I recommend setting this, and so does MyFitnessPal. It recommends setting it at no more than losing 0.5 kilograms a week. To try and lose any more than that in a week, you'd really have to be cutting your calories quite a bit, and it's just not sustainable. What usually happens when we try to lose weight fast, like dropping a kilo every week, is that we're just not getting enough food, we get tired, we get lethargic, and then the first thing that happens when you get tired is you start reaching for the jelly snakes. So I do recommend going with MyFitnessPal and just setting it in at no more than 0.5 kilograms per week. Or if you're not in a hurry, you could go at just trying to lose 200 grams a week, which would be slower, yes, but I guess a slightly easier a maybe more comfortable way to try and be losing kilograms. All right, so when you've picked your goal there, over you go. Yeah. And lastly, it will ask you to pop in your details. So an email address, choose a password, pop your password in again, and then you'll be set up for MyFitnessPal. So here we go. Let's see if I can do this. Choose a password. Brr. Oh, now you all know my password. Yee! Stop that. Stay still. All right. Next. And you can see my username there is cool, Rachel McEwen. Now, once your account's created, awesome. You'll see that it's my daily, the amount of food I should be eating in a day is set at 7,000 kilojoules. I really hate kilojoules, so the first thing I'm going to show you how to do is get into your settings in MyFitnessPal and change your target to calories. You can, of course, keep it on kilojoules if you prefer, but I just find calories a bit easier to work with and to add up during the day. So we're going to, there you go. You actually only have to touch the kilojoule button and you're set into calories. So you can see my calorie target is 1680 based on my heights, my weight, my age, and the amount of activity that I'm doing on a daily basis. So you might want to uncheck this button, keep me on track with meal reminders. I don't have any trouble remembering to eat, but you might like that feature, so keep it checked if you want to get spam on your phone reminding you about your meals. Oh, we can't uncheck it. Oh no, there we go. All right, so we've changed to calories just by touching this button. You can go back and forth between calories and kilojoules and continue. Here we go. So, and you'll see that the app, the first time you download it, actually gives you a bit of a tutorial yourself, but I'm going to walk you through that separately in another video. So I'm going to skip that for now. This is what the app will look like every time you open it up on your phone. So this is the home page down here. You can see the home button is checked. The other important buttons that you want to look at are diary right here, and then the more button on the far side of the screen there. That's where we go to change some of our goals and our settings. And always up the top of the screen, you'll have this little kind of like status bar with your daily calorie goals, so the amount of calories that you're aiming to eat in a day. And from your goal, it will start to add up. It will start to detract the food that you eat. So as you put food into the diary, it'll subtract from your daily goal, and tell you how many more calories you need to eat for the rest of the day to hit your goal. So there is also, you'll see a number here for exercise calories, and I'm going to talk, I'll actually make a post in my Facebook group talking about exercise calories. Pretty much I want you to ignore this number. All I want you to worry about is logging your food and attempting to hit your daily calorie goal, wherever that might be. So whenever you log into MyFitnessPal, you'll be on the home screen here, and if you start to make friends on MyFitnessPal, it's a little bit like Facebook. You'll get like a whole news feed thing down there with people that you're friends with their activity. You can look at each other's food diaries for accountability and that sort of thing. If anybody wants to add me as a friend on MyFitnessPal, my username for my proper account is thepinkninja13, all one word. And if you do that, then I can keep a check on your food diaries for you, and you can also look at mine, so we can see how each other is going. All right, hopping over to, we're going to go to the more screen now, and I want to show you one last thing in your goals and your settings. So we're going to press more here. Here we go. You can see there's a whole bunch of things in here. Where we want to start, if you want, you can go into your profile and you can add a photo, and you can, it'll keep track of your friends, how you're going with your weight loss goal, if that's your goal, and you can press this button here to edit your profile and put all those sorts of things in. I'm not worried about that at the moment. The one I want to look at is goals. So, and you can see it's set up with the things that I plugged in at the start when I signed up for the app. Current weight, I want to lose 5 kilos, which will take me back to 66 kilos. My activity level is active, and I'm not trying to lose any more than half a kilo in a week. Nutrition goals are the ones that we want to look at now. So one of the best things about MyFitnessPal is that it doesn't just count calories for you. It will also count what we call your macronutrients, or your proteins, carbs, and fats. So what it can help you to do is that, if you can only have 1,600 calories a day, it can help you to make sure that you're eating the best types of food in that 1,600 calories. So go ahead and click on that calorie and macronutrient goals, and you can see that it's got, 1680 is my calorie limit in order for me to lose weight, and in there MyFitnessPal is recommending that I eat 50% of those calories. It recommends 50% comes from carbs, only 20% from protein, and 30% from fat. Well, I know from my own experience, particularly as, I like to lift big, I like to be strong, and I also like to not be hungry. So that's not nearly enough protein for me. The best split, just for general health and fitness, particularly if you are looking to lose weight, the best split, as recommended by other sports and nutrition people, is actually 40% split of carbs. So you can actually, let me go back and show that again. So you can actually touch any one of these nutrients, and you can change the percentage. So it's going to come up with carbs, protein, fat, and I'm going to change these percentages to where, 0. I'm going to change these percentages to where I want them to be. So I want about 40% of my daily intake to come from carbs. And carbs is still going to be where most of my nutrients come from. You need carbs, particularly you're working out at the gym, you need carbs for energy. You need carbs if you're going to get stronger, if you're going to get faster, and if you're going to put on muscle. And remember that the more muscle you have, the more calories that you burn every day. So you want to be eating 40%, at least 40% carbs. Protein is the building block of muscle. So if you want to put on muscle so that you can increase your metabolic rate and burn more calories, you want to be eating protein to support muscle growth. So I like to get about 30% of my daily, I spend 30% of my daily calories on protein. So 40, 30, and then I'm happy for that last 30% to come from fat. Now, if you have specific body shaping goals, like if you're already fairly lean and you're looking to increase definition or increase muscle or do other things like that, or if you're a competitive bodybuilder, you would probably want to start tweaking these ratios of carbs and proteins and fats. But if you're just looking for general health and fitness and general weight loss to get started, 40, 30, 30 is a good split to start with. So, bearing in mind that 1 gram of carb gives you 4 calories of energy, 1 gram of protein gives you 4 calories of energy, and 1 gram of fat gives you 9 calories of energy. So when you split that up, basically once you put in your 40, 30, 30 and press this check mark, did that work? Yes, there we go. Now MyFitnessPal will tell you exactly how many grams of carbohydrates you need to eat to get your 40%, exactly how many grams of protein to get your 30%, and exactly how many grams of fat to get your 30%. So it works out at about 168 grams of carb for me in a day, 126 or thereabouts of my protein, and 56 grams of fat. Now you don't need to be a Nazi about this unless you've got specific body shaping goals. If it's just general weight loss, the most important thing is coming in under your calorie goal. So yeah, don't worry too much when you get started. It's taken me a lot of practice to be able to get my macronutrients anywhere remotely close to the right percentages, but I'm slowly getting better at it. I've got the rest of my life to figure it out, so don't stress too much about these numbers. Your calorie one is the number one important thing, because if weight loss is your goal, at the end of the day, you need to burn off more calories than you eat in a day. So as long as you're doing that, regardless of the ratio, you will lose weight, but the better that you get this split between carbs and proteins, the easier it will be for you to stick to your calorie limit without feeling hungry or without feeling like you're running out of energy. So that's pretty much my talk on setting up your calorie goals and your carb and protein and fat goals in MyFitnessPal, and then you just go back and back to get back to your more menu, and from here you can press home to go back to the home screen, or diary to go to the diary screen. So this video has been going a couple minutes now. This is probably a good place to take a break, and we're going to come back in a second, and I'm going to talk about the diary, how to add foods into your diary, and how to make this work for you. Alrighty.